hope you're all okay. So we're here today to do our curriculum overview video with you. We are in Autumn 2. Welcome to Autumn 2. And the topic this term is going to be, will you read me a story? On a Thursday, the PE day is still the same. The children still come into school in their PE kits.
Right, so in English this half term, we're going to be focusing on some text. So the Gruffalo, the Three Little Pigs, Cinderella and the Nativity, which we'll look at in the last week of the term. We'll also be looking at reading some common exception words that we haven't looked at before. We'll look at identifying sounds and then using those sounds to build a word and reading those words as well once we've blended them. In communication and language development, we'll be focusing on asking questions more and seeing if children can understand what we've asked them and then answer them. We'll be developing social phrases, which are things that we use daily in our talks, such as good morning, how are you? We'll be listening to stories and just building our understanding and see if we can become really familiar with the text. We'll be thinking about retelling the story with our own words or even using words from the actual story. We'll be looking at rhyming and singing songs and paying attention to how they sound.
For our physical development, when we go to PE, we'll be looking at, moving in a more fluent way, being more confident. They will have access to apparatus that's big, that's small, and they're going to be really concentrating on their movement, how they carry themselves, and confidence if they're approaching the equipment confidently. PE will be indoor and outdoor. Obviously, our continuous provision is outdoor every single day, where we have the apparatus set up on the playground there. So yeah, it's just really for them to be fluent in their movement. Understanding of the world, we're going to be focusing on like different people's beliefs and looking at things that are important to people, like the church. We're going to be having discussions where we'll be recognising, people from different celebrations. And we'll discuss the season change. So obviously we're in the autumn, and we've sort of been doing a little bit of that as well anyway. And we'll be looking at going into the winter.
In personal, social and emotional development this term, we're going to be looking at the feelings of others and our own feelings and how we can express them. And we'll be looking at seeing ourselves as a more valuable individual.
And for maths this half term, we'll be looking at comparing weight, comparing length and capacity. We'll be looking at prepositions, so they'll be understanding the language of over, under and beside. And we'll be looking at patterns, different kind of patterns, repeated patterns, A-B patterns, And also counting objects, actions and sounds. So looking at different ways of counting, jumping in a hoop, counting claps, and lots of counting songs.
We have also got our platform called Myon, which you might be familiar with. There are lots of books on there for you to access. We've chosen a few for you to just have a look at and read with the kids. There's one called The Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. There's another one called Max Goes to the Library, and also Henry helps clean his room. So the books are on there for you to read with the children. They can they can access it online, on your tablet, on your phone, iPads, whatever. So yeah, please feel free to use them. Can we also just say that children need to bring their wellies in. If they can just bring them into school, we can keep them here, and anytime we go outside and access the outdoors, we can just quickly change into them and then swap back into our normal shoes after.
For our expressive arts and designs, we've got lots and lots of celebrations this half term. We'll be focusing on bonfire night, where we're doing lots of firework art. We'll be doing Remembrance Day, where we're making poppies, and obviously Christmas, our all-time favourite. For the last 2 weeks, there will be endless art activities, using a variety of resources, and focusing on different sort of artists and different ideas.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you.